My pack in the average, guess what? He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him. Give my shorty stingers and guns, I tell them slap for nothing.
Back. Hello, y'all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back at it again with another video. Okay, thank you. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know at this point, you know how we coming. Today, I wanted to come to y'all with a part 2 to the 10 feminine hygiene tips that I feel like every woman should know. I've composed so many good tips that honestly, I was shocked about some of them. So I'm really glad to bring this video to you guys. I know you love these videos, so I'm so happy to bring them to you. Again, don't forget to hit that sub button if you want to be a part of the My Gang, because it's My Gang or No Gang. We're the List Fam on YouTube, and that's on period. Okay. But yes, y'all, I really hope you enjoy this, and if you do, go ahead and leave a comment below, and you know, what girl talks do y'all want to see, like what girl talks do y'all want to see, because you know girl talks are my thing now. So just go ahead and comment below what girl talks you'd like to see. So enough with the jibber jabber, let's get into these 10 feminine hygiene tips that I feel like every woman should know. Tip number 1. I know we can be so busy in our lives and just things seem so crazy, but do not ignore signs of a potential infection. So we all know there's a whole bunch of signs leading up to infection. For example, discharge, smells, itchiness, things like that are things you should not take lightly. And I feel like sometimes we get just so worked up in our lives that we forget to be like, okay, this is a problem. I should probably go see a doctor. You guys have to understand that if you do not treat it, that it's gonna get worse. Basically, do not ignore signs of a potential vaginal infection. Number 2, do not reuse washcloths. Washcloths get infested with bacteria, and just think about it. You leave a washcloth to sit overnight, it gets so much bacteria in it, then you go the next day and wash with that same cloth that had so many bacteria in it, transfers into your vagina and down there, and it's just so bad. So please do not reuse washcloths. Just go ahead, once you're done with it, just put it in the dirty laundry and grab a new one. You're honestly going to see such a change because you're not transferring the bacteria to your vagina, and it's just going to be so much healthier and cleaner. We have to understand that the vagina is very sensitive, so a lot of little things can throw it off. So all these tips are basically to help you prevent even getting to an infection, because there's a lot of things that can throw off the pH balance. These tips are going to help you to prevent even getting to that point. Number 3. So I have a lot of younger viewers, so I know this may be like a basic tip to some people, but to my younger viewers who don't know, practice safe sex. And by safe sex, I don't mean just using birth control, because that is part of practicing safe sex. That's not the whole picture, okay? Condoms are your best friend. Okay, ladies? Do not rely on the boy to bring the condom, because 99% of the time, they're gonna be like, oh, I forgot one, we might as well just go raw. No, baby, that's why you always have them in your purse, so you're like, no, baby, it's right here, okay? You're not doing that to me. You don't understand how many infections come from sex, from STDs to STIs, which are sexually transmitted infections, yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, so many things. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. So just make sure that you're practicing safe sex, not only with birth control, but also with using condoms. Number 3, do not, and I repeat, do not douche. The misconception that douching is gonna clean out your vagina, it is gonna make it smell so beautiful, and it's just gonna be great. No. What douching actually does is it pushes like bacteria and debris back up into the reproductive tract, which can potentially lead to not only infections, but also pelvic inflammatory disease, which is beyond painful. I've never had it, but it seems very painful, and this can be a result of douching. So please, at all costs, do not go to the store and purchase a douche, and do not think it's going to make you smell like flowers and roses, because it won't. It will end you up in the emergency room. Okay. Number 5, have a routine visit to your gynecologist. This could only be once a year, but getting to the gynecologist and just making sure that everything's okay down there is going to help you in the long run. Some STDs and STIs don't even have symptoms, for example, chlamydia. So definitely, especially if you are sexually active, go and see your gynecologist at least once a year. Number 6, y'all. Now we're really getting into the tea. I like to put things out there that nobody likes to talk about, because I'm such an open person and I'm so comfortable with talking about this stuff. So let's just go into it. Ladies, it's okay to use lubricant, okay? Don't think that you have to be Niagara Falls down there, because listen, especially if you're on antidepressants, antihistamines, any form of birth control, that can actually create dryness down there. So don't be insecure about that. Talk to your partner and make sure, like, okay, listen, I'm on these medications. It's not Niagara Falls down there. We're going to use a lubricant. You don't understand how many ladies will sit through intercourse and be in so much pain but don't want to tell their partner because they're embarrassed. Listen, I think that your health is more important than any type of pleasure that he's getting, okay, honey? So make sure that you have that conversation with him. Be like, okay, listen, baby, we're gonna have to go purchase a lube because it's just not Niagara Falls down there right now because, you know, these medications are messing me up. But listen, it's okay, okay? I feel like with this whole stupid society and porn industry, like, I'm gonna be open about it. That's literally not a reality for so many women. So I feel like, first of all, boys have to have that understanding, and then women need to have that understanding to know that it's okay, like, to use lube. It's there for a reason. It's in the stores for a reason. So ladies, don't be insecure about it. Just talk to your partner and purchase the lube. But make sure that the lube is not scented in any type of way because, again, that can throw off your pH. And just make sure it's like one of the most natural ones you can get, in a sense. I don't use lubes, I wouldn't know, but like, just do your research to make sure that the one that you do purchase is not going to harm you and it's not going to throw off your pH balance. Number 7, moisturize with coconut oil after you get out of the shower. Coconut oil is literally a holy girl product, guys. Coconut oil acts as an antibacterial protectant, acts as an antioxidant, and it reduces skin inflammation. So baby, this is your best friend. I know that some women will hop out of the shower and put this all over their body. A Bath & Body Works or Victoria's Secret scented perfume. Never, ever, ever take a scented perfumed lotion and put it anywhere near down there. This is such a great moisturizer, and it's 100% natural. You are not going to get anything, you know, any weird stuff happening down there because it's 100% natural. It is clinically proven to help your vaginal health. So please never put a scented perfume down there. Always stick with something natural like coconut oil. Number 8, let's talk about discharge. I've gotten so many questions about discharge. Like, I don't know what's healthy discharge, what's not healthy discharge. I'm going to cover all of that right now. Okay. So basically, like, where does discharge even come from? I know that's a common question. So discharge comes from the glands inside of your vagina and your cervix. Glands produce small amounts of liquid called discharge or vaginal secretion. Basically, daily, the fluid flows out of your vagina, and it's a way that the vagina cleans itself. The vagina is very self-oriented. The vagina is very, you know, self-operating. So it does a lot of things by itself, which is why you don't want to ever put scented stuff down there to mess that up. Basically, the vagina naturally cleans itself, and that's why you get discharge. So let's talk about what's healthy discharge and what's like, okay, we need to go see a doctor. So the most common and the most healthy discharge would be like the milky white discharge. That means you're doing great. You know, you're eating your fruits and veggies, you're doing great. That is normal. That's completely okay. Even if you have it in large amounts, like, it depends. And what you have to understand is nobody's body is the same. Some women produce more discharge than others. Some women produce less discharge than others. So you have to understand your body and know when something's off. When you get a discharge that's like thick and white and like cottage cheese kind of thing, and it's really itchy down there, then that is the number 1 sign of a yeast infection, baby girl. Yeast infections are so common, so don't think you're dying, because you can actually go to a store and get an over-the-counter prescription for it, or you can just head to your doctor to get antibiotics for it. But the thing is, with yeast infections, they can be very, very reoccurring. So there's a whole bunch of self-treatment type of things, but I found that the self-treatment didn't work for me. So I actually had to go on antibiotics, but some women find when they go on the antibiotics that it kills it, but then they get it again. So if you are facing with a whole bunch of reoccurring yeast infections, you can try things like doing the apple cider vinegar bath. You basically take like 2 cups of apple cider vinegar and sit in the bath for like 15 minutes. And you can also do, which I'm going to talk about this later for odor, but the tea tree oil and the coconut oil, we'll talk about this later, because I don't like to use this for yeast infections personally, because again, it won't help me, but it might help y'all. So let's talk about it later. Another type of discharge you can get is kind of like a yellow grayish kind of discharge, and when it's a very, very fishy odor, you will know exactly what this is. Like, you'll know exactly what the odor is because it is so potent, it is so like clear that something's wrong. And this is a very, very big sign of bacterial vaginosis. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry, but I think it's bacterial vaginosis. Is honestly one of the worst things ever, but it's so common. So don't think you're dying and like, oh my god, what's wrong with my vagina. It's so common. It's just another infection that you can get treated from your doctor, your gynecologist. Ladies, you will know when you have this, because you'll just be like, no matter how much you wash down there, the smell will not go away. You have to get medical treatment for it, or yeah, you just gonna smell real bad. Just, I hate it so much. It's so nasty smelling, but it's very common. So just know the signs of it so you can go to your doctor as soon as possible. Oh, another form of discharge is when it's kind of brown and bloody and you're not on your period, or you're not approaching your period, and you also have a lot of pelvic pain. This can be a very serious condition, and you definitely need to see your doctor about this one. So if you're not on your period and you're experiencing a lot, and you're not on a birth control, because birth control sometimes can do this to you, and you're experiencing a lot of pelvic pain and it's kind of like a brown bloody discharge, definitely go see your doctor. It can be a very serious health condition and you need to get it treated ASAP. All right, let's go. Let's talk about how excessive amounts of discharge can actually occur. So I know some ladies are like, oh my god, why do I have so much discharge? And it actually can be from some of these reasons, which are very common because discharge is natural. Ovulate, from arousal, from stress or unbalanced hormones, antibiotics, from IUDs or any form of birth control at that, from sexually transmitted infections and sexually transmitted diseases, which, you know, that's a serious condition, you know, you need to go to the doctor. And also from infections like yeast infections. Excessive amounts of discharge can be a sign of all those things. So just know, like, you just have to honestly know your body. Just know when everything's regular, and when something's a little messed up and something's just not adding up, that's when you really need to evaluate and be like, okay, am I okay? What's going on? So yeah, definitely know your body, ladies. Right, number 10, how do I limit discharge, girl? Like, some people are like, I hate discharge, how do I limit it? There's a few ways you can actually try to limit it, but again, like, your discharge just depends on your body, especially if like there's no underlying condition. Like, your discharge just depends on your body. But some ways you can limit it is wearing white cotton underwear, because white cotton underwear obviously has no dye, and cotton underwear is very breathable, so it would help with your discharge. But yeah, white cotton underwear. Panty liners to catch the discharge, so you know you're not ruining all your underwear, because discharge can actually be so acidic that it changes the color of your underwear. It's so cool how the vagina is so powerful. Like that's so cool, right? Like, your vagina literally has powers. So this is a very obvious one. But unscented soaps, want to avoid all the scents, all the perfumes. We don't like that. Our vagina hates it, so just try to avoid all of that. All right, so let's talk about this tea tree oil and coconut oil blend. So what I found, when things do get a little bit smelly down there, and you know you're keeping up on your routine but you just don't know why, and it's not an infection, try to take a tampon, put 2 to 3 drops of tea tree oil, and remember, you have to dilute it with a carrier oil. This can be almond oil, coconut oil, whichever works best for you. I always say with coconut oil because I just love it so much. So you just basically put the coconut oil on the tampon, 2 to 3 drops of tea tree oil on the tampon, put it up there for about 4 hours, take it out, and the smell is always gone. If it's not an infection and you're just smelling a little off down there, try that, and I promise you it will bless your whole life. I do it all the time and I love it, love it, love it, love it. It's so natural. And the thing is with tea tree oil has such powerful antibacterial property, antifungal properties, so it works so well for any bacteria that's down there. It really just grasps onto it and just takes it out and eliminates it. It's so amazing. But remember, tea tree oil is very strong, so you always have to use a carrier oil with it or it will burn. Guys, I'm so happy that I got to provide this video for you girls. I love you girls so much. I hope that this actually helped you and kind of opened your eyes to some things, because it definitely opened my eyes to a few things. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the continuous support. You guys are literally amazing. I love you all so much. Remember, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit my sub button so you can be part of my gang, because it's my gang or no gang. Little spam on YouTube. You already know the vibes, man. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next video.